Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Better Call Saul Season 6, Episode 12. This is the penultimate episode, folks. So this is this one and then one more. I can't believe we're almost done with this show. I can't believe it's been so long. Like, it's crazy how sometimes it doesn't feel like it feels like I just started the show, yet I only watch one a week, so, 10 episodes a season, this one's a little longer. That means over a year I've been watching this, right? So that's crazy to me. Jesus. Anyway, yeah, so last episode we had Jesse and Walt show up. That was very cool. I didn't expect them to come back. The only one I expected was Jesse. I heard somewhere that they're like, oh yeah, Jesse will come, like, be in Better Call Saul, but Walt never will, but here he is, so I guess whatever I read was completely wrong. And they were in the same episode, so I don't even know what I read, right? So, anyway, we have Jimmy continuing on with his scams, and, I guess he's always been the one. I guess it works well in that episode because we had Mike telling Jimmy, hey, don't go with, don't go with this Walter guy. He's a novice, he's gonna be trouble, and it's not gonna end well. And we know that it doesn't end well in the long run. Granted, he made a ton of money before it went wrong, right? But then we had the present time where Jimmy is continuing these scams. We have someone telling him, we should just leave this one alone. I already took the tape away. He's a cancer patient. Let's just leave it. And Jimmy's like, nope, I'm gonna do it. And so he does it anyway, and we'll have to see what the repercussions of that are this episode, or next one, I guess. We'll see. But, we learn that Francesca still gets followed and stuff like that, so it's still too hot for Jimmy to drop his guard and everything. So, yeah, pretty crazy stuff. Let's get started here on this episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Alright, we're back in his office, back in time. But not as far back in time as the show originally was. We're in the middle. I wonder if we're still gonna have Jesse and Walt. What's he waiting for? He has a lobby full of people. Huh! Damn. He just keeps doing it. The lack of care. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. It's just like foam or whatever. Guess it makes sense. I was gonna be like, how did that fall? If it's that heavy, but nope. I like the little squeak it made. Is he just like thinking about what to do about Walter? Ah. Damn. Okay. Is it Kim or is it send her in? Or does she just mean the next person? I like the way the intro is... Oh. That was interesting. I didn't see the figure there before. I'd love to see Kim again, the actress. Speaking of... Right when I saw that, I realized the hands were woman hands, I was like, oh wait. She's got a new man. Hey. Oh wait. Not the guy I thought it was, never mind. Miracle Whip. A weird conversation. Oh my god. Did she make mashed potatoes with Miracle Whip? To be fair, I never heard of mashed potatoes with mayonnaise in them either. I never really make mashed potatoes in general, so I guess I don't really know. I like how this is black and white also, so this is current Kim, then? Not the Kim back with the divorce papers, right? I don't know if it's her haircut or what, but she looks... Oh. Yep. Yep. Oh my god. Yep. Alright. Well, it is her, man. If I had any question, it is. But yeah, her hair I feel like makes her look a lot older. But they also might be trying to age her up a bit because this is future too, right? Jimmy looks older too, right? So I don't know if she's been like aged up a little too. Usually I feel like that hairstyle on someone makes them look younger. Like I feel like whenever you give someone bangs they look younger, but I feel like it did the opposite to Kim. This guy... He seems so boring. And there's nothing wrong with that, but from the life Kim came from... I don't know. I don't want to judge a book by its cover, you know? Because we don't really know him that well. But just the way he was like... Well, they didn't have it. So, I mean... Maybe this will work? I don't know, it was just... The way that conversation was handled, it just felt... very slow and boring. But I think that might be the point they're trying to get across. Palm Coast Sprinkler. Are we leading up to the phone call she gets from Jimmy? Those things keep your car cooler, right? Putting them in the window. I don't live in an area that gets extremely hot, so we don't really use them. So she's just like, oh, it's one of the people that were at the thing. So it's like work buddies that came to her cookout. Or she went to one of their cookouts or something, I don't know. Man. Went from a lawyer to this. Can't imagine she's even getting close to the pay. I do not do good with, like, loud noises around me when people try to talk to me. Ugh. I just want to point out that Kim just swiped off the counter into her hand, so that way she didn't just swipe on the floor, right? And then just went... just knocked it on the floor anyway. Why didn't you just do that in the first place and just swipe it onto the floor? Unless it was a trash, like, in front of where she did that and I didn't see it. That was just kind of funny. Playing some solitaire. What? These ladies. This is why I don't function in normal society, because I can't handle these kind of conversations at all. I like how it just cut away. It's just like, well, enough of this. So she manages their website? Or I guess it was brochures and whatever department, right? On her little sign. So I guess it's brochures she's designing. She didn't even have to say anything. She knocked 3 times. Does that mean 3-hole punch? Get your own 3-hole punch. If you guys have like a hand-knocking code that says like you need to use it, just get your own. That means you borrow it too many times. Get out of here. Oh my god. He got me an exercise bike? Ah, Victor. That's Jimmy. Yep, she's closing the blinds. It's a pretty mean gift to get someone an exercise bike, I will say, but maybe getting in shape is also a good idea. Now, that's coming from me being a fat guy, but I've also been dieting, trying to get in shape. I've lost 30 pounds over the last, like, half a year. I've been working at it. Not crazy fast, but I'm trying. I ride an exercise bike every couple days. Hmm. She's not listening. Alright, we get to hear the conversation now, which is good. Six years. We get into an argument here in a second, right? Yeah. Well, I guess he wanted the fight. Damn. Shit. Jimmy's gonna get defensive now. Yeah, of course. Oh, god damn it. Apparently. Jeez. Ugh, just the facial acting on Kim right now is so good. Shaking up her boring life, putting things on her mind that she probably is trying to forget. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tammy. Happy birthday to you. That's my mama's name. Tammy. Would have been funny if everyone in the office like chipped in to get her an exercise bike. Uh-oh. Alaska? So she's still in Albuquerque? I thought she, like, just left. Didn't she say she was going to a whole other state? Or is this her getting back to Albuquerque? This is where Mike used to work, right? Everything's automated now. No more need for Mike anymore. Aw, the feels. My guess is she was at a bus stop of wherever she came from, right? And then it fast forwarded to the bus arriving at Albuquerque, not leaving Albuquerque, where I thought she was leaving Albuquerque. She wasn't in Alaska then, was she? Is that what that first sign was trying to say? Is she's leaving Alaska and going to Albuquerque? There's no way you take a bus. I don't know. We probably skipped all of it. Oh, this is what she used to do. Damn. Getting people dressed up, getting them ready, giving them advice on what to say. Oh, shit. Wait, this is Howard's wife, right? Or, well, not wife anymore, but... Oh, shit. What'd she do at the office? Is she gonna tell her the truth? I mean... What's another crime onto... the crime that Jimmy had, but she could get in trouble for this too, right? All the other people that can get in trouble, Lalo, Mike, all that are gone, so... Is this a confession? This is probably the only crime that... Okay. Telling the whole story about what they tried to do to him. Faked his cocaine addiction. Damn. Kim's always been the kind of person to want to do right by people. Wrong place, wrong time. Yeah, that's all it was. Lalo had nothing against Howard. He was just there and in the way for his goals. Oh, this poor lady. Yeah. I think that they won't find him. There's no way. to be fair, this lady made him suffer for a while before he got shot. I'm not justifying what Kim did, but... Damn. Hmm. Hmm. Yep. Guilty conscience. Yeah, I don't even think we had to see her response to that to know why she's doing it, you know? It's been very much in her character all along to do right by people she's hurt. Sometimes she waits a while, but... She just going back home? After all this, or... Man, this has been a great episode so far. I wasn't sure if we'd even get to see Kim again before the end of the show. A lot of, like, slow shots to take it in. A lot of just not talking and let her face do the... Like, especially right here. Oh, Kim. Damn. Come on, man. I feel like someone on the bus should, like... try to be there for her. I don't know. Is that weird? There we go. Man, fucking acting right there. Oh, we're back to Jimmy breaking the damn window. I still think that's such a terrible idea. Oh, shit. Okay, he's snoring. He's alive, right? I was so worried that the barbiturates that they used, plus the other drugs, would like kill him, like not be a good mix or something. I would never walk backwards in a house I don't know. Don't touch. Why? Jimmy, you are just. I think he just lives for that, like, risk, right? The danger. So even just hitting a piano key like that doesn't bother him. Because it might make it more exciting if the guy woke up or something, I don't know. It's a lot of money. How many of these people write their passwords down like that? Where is it gonna be? He's probably gonna find it, right? Oh. The bottom of the light. Nice. Uh-oh. Is he supposed to be here? And then unlocking the door and leaving through there. Jimmy, what are you doing? Why aren't you just leaving? Is he gonna try to get, like, more money from him or something? Or something of value to take with him? Can he see over that edge and see the guy's awake? If he were to look? What is it? Watches? Oh, cigars. I wonder if this guy will see the dude walking around. That's not his buddy behind him, is it? Come on, you can't be bringing everyone here. Is someone there? Oh. There actually are watches! I was just trying to think of, like, an expensive item a guy could have, right? Like, if a woman lived here... it would be a, I think, like, diamond jewelry or something, but... Aw, Rusty. The puppy died. Don't pick it up. Leave it alone, you bitch. Bum, bum, bum! Yeah, you done fucked around, bitch. God damn it, Jimmy. Man. Uh-oh. Oh no, he's gonna sit there. Oh no. Who pulled up behind the cabbie? You're gonna make so much noise if you try to jump off that. No, not Rusty! It's like a video game where he's gonna use it as a distraction. Come on, there's so many other things. Oh, is he planning on hitting him over the head with it? Oh, it's a police officer. That's definitely not good. I feel like there are so many other things. Oh. He just conked out again. Now the question is do you put... He already knows someone broke in, right? So you just put that down. Who cares if you don't bring it back to where it was? Oh my god. But there's a police officer. Yep. He's gonna leave. He's probably just... He's probably just... They're just eating. Oh my god. These guys. Oh my god, that's not suspicious at all. You just... Oh my god, you idiot! Why? Oh my god. Bum bum bum. Now there's gonna be a police report in front of a house that was just robbed. Oh my god. Why? Why would you try to, like, run? Oh, we're back here, okay. So it was her when he said bring her in. Signing their divorce papers. Not awkward at all. It's an office. Yep. Okay, Florida is where she was. I think, now that he said Florida, I think he called Florida last episode, right? Hmm. Damn. That's how they ended things off. Oh, Jimmy. You've always not tolerated people going against you. You've always had to act shitty to them whenever it happened. Is that the last thing they said to each other? For 6 years? Some lovely people. The rain. That's so much rain. I don't blame you for having a smoke after that one. Who are you? No, that's not Jesse, is it? Yeah! Oh my god, it's Jesse. Jesse's meeting Kim, guys. God, he looks so much older. Science, bitch. Used to be, anyway. Oh, interesting. Hmm. Did we know Emilio? I don't know if we... I feel like maybe I recognize the name, but it's been a while since I've seen Breaking Bad at this point, guys. I love Jesse. Damn. She doesn't even know him anymore. At least throw it away. Come on, guys. The two of you. Alright. Back to the future. So Jimmy got out of there while the cops were distracted, I imagine. Just taking the bus the hell out of here. Jesus. Do buses really not even care to, like, wait for you to sit down? They just go like that? Another thing that I've never really done is public transportation like that, because I always live in areas that are, I think urban would be the term. We ain't got shit like that here. What are you gonna do, Jimmy, about your little buddy? Hope he just plays it off as an accident? I guess is that why he has his phone out and ready? Waiting for the call? I mean, he was a lawyer, so he's gonna know exactly what to say. He's hoping he's gonna call him. Does Jeffy know that he used to be a lawyer? What if he, like, calls his mom instead? Oh. Okay. Dad. They record those calls, right? Hmm. Broken window. That's what I was thinking. Hmm. Alright. Jimmy can't do it though, right? Like that's gonna be, and Jimmy can't go to the police and be in front of people at all for that kind of thing. Okay, so she can move around, just not too well. Jeez. Oh no, Marion. Uh, Man, he does not seem like the kind of person to do those things, right? Maybe he's different when he's drunk, but... Oh. How do you know so much about Albuquerque? Hmm. Yeah, she suspects something, right? The way he said, the way he knows so much about Albuquerque, the way she saw them in the garage before, right? Uh-oh. She's supposed to be getting ready and she's going on the computer. Oh my god. No Wi-Fi. I love how he's singing like someone who doesn't remember the lyrics in between the chorus, you know, because I'm the same way. You know, a lot of people are, and then you just sing the chorus. You know, like every word to the chorus. So what is she gonna look up, right? She only knows Gene Takovich, right? I am worried. Is she gonna be in the shed? Oh. She finds something on him somehow? How, though? What did she look up? She, like, only knew how to do cat videos before. Oh, I was trying to see. I don't want anything to happen to this poor old lady. Jimmy can't go in there alone. Or at all. Shit. How did you find it? Damn. It's clearly you. Damn. Damn. He's that big of a deal, I guess. Shit. He's not gonna let you do that. Jesus. What are you doing with that? Jimmy. Life alert. Oh, this poor old woman. Ah, Jimmy. It really is life alert, okay. Damn. Jimmy on the run again. Son of a bitch. Oh, it's gonna end there, isn't it? Oh, fuck. Alright. We have one more episode to wrap up what he does. God damn it. That is it, guys, for episode 12. I don't blame Marion, right? Like, Jimmy came into the picture. Granted, sure, that guy knew who Saul was, and Jimmy wanted to take care of it, right? But he got that kid into I say kid, he's definitely like an older guy, but he got that guy back into some shit that he was trying to get away from. You know, he was here with his mom, he had a job driving a taxi, he was trying to get his life back together after mistakes he made in Albuquerque, and Jimmy just came in and, like, you know, used that for his own gain, used Marion for his own gain, you know. So honestly, I'm kind of happy she did what she did. I think like, as much as I love Jimmy's character, I think he kind of deserves this, right? So I'm excited to see him on the run again. You know, things are about to get extremely hot for him after 6 years of, you know, things calming or trying to get them to calm down and all that. The police now have a lead, which is going to make things really hot again. So will Jimmy turn himself in the end? I wonder. But either, or will he just get caught in general? Maybe that happens too. We'll see. But I wonder if he still has like the I mean, he probably still has the number for those guys, right? The vacuum cleaners. I wonder if they'll take him, even though, like, I forget what they said. Like, we had that episode a while back where he said, "No, I'll handle it myself." Did they say, like, if you back up now, we're not going to take you at all? Or was it, like, still, like, could he call again? I'm not sure. But either way, the first part of the episode was great. Like, that, we had so much Kim, right? We saw her, you know, obviously getting a divorce with Saul Goodman in the past. And then in the present time, we saw her, she had a new man and everything, but Jimmy kind of upended all of that by calling her, too. You know, once again, it's another thing that Jimmy kind of did where he wants to make himself feel better, so he interrupts the lives of others in order to satisfy himself in that way, right? Like, he knows he's a wanted man. He knows things didn't end well with Kim, yet he calls her out of the blue. So, you know, obviously he knows it's going to mess things up for her. But he does it anyway. So, it's definitely interesting. You know, Kim's life seemed very boring. It almost like she didn't seem into anything that she was doing. I really think that even after 6 years, the guilt and everything of what happened to her and having to leave that life behind and everything still ate away at her, because she just didn't seem happy with anything she was doing. Like, talking to her new guy, you know, I mean, even, it's gonna be weird to talk about it, but even during their sex scene with the guy, we had the guy being like, Yep, like, he was the only one making noises. Like, she wasn't into it at all. It didn't seem like, you know? Like, it seemed like she was just getting by. So, like, I don't know that we saw her smile a single time, except maybe a fake smile when she was at the party. We might have seen her put one on. But at least in the times where she was alone, I don't think we saw her have a single smile. And then, you know, she went and confessed to the wife, or she went and confessed to the prosecutor and everything, and then also to Hamlin's wife, or widow at this point, and told her everything, so now she knows it wasn't a suicide, but they're never going to find the body. Kim might never be tried because there's no physical evidence. They're never going to find the body, things like that. So yeah, it's definitely an interesting situation. I'm curious to see how everything wraps up. I wonder if we're gonna get Kim again in the last episode, or is that just gonna be like the end of her there? I'm not sure, but just to get it out of the way, because it's kind of a side thing, I want to talk again about that lady being upset that she got an exercise bike, which I can get it. Like, don't get me wrong, I'd love a, you know, granted, my bike works fine, so I don't really need a new one, but I'd love, like, a really nice, fancy exercise bike, you know, kind of thing. So if I got one, and I didn't have one, I'd be kind of happy, but I'm also in, like, fitness mode right now, where I'm trying to better myself and all that, so it's one of those things where I'd enjoy it. But if I wasn't in the mood for exercising, and it wasn't a gift I wanted at all, you know, I can understand her thought process of being like, he's just telling me he wants me to lose weight, you know? And I can see how that can be offending. It's like, one year my dad bought my mom a vacuum cleaner for Christmas, and she was upset about it because it's basically telling her, like, oh, hey, now you can go clean. That's your gift, you know? Like, a vacuum cleaner is something that you should buy for your house because your house needs it to stay clean. It shouldn't be a gift to your wife because, you know, it's like if I got my dad a plunger for Christmas and said, here, now you can fix my toilet when I get it clogged, you know? It's like, it's not... You're supposed to get people things that they would like and enjoy and have fun with as gifts. You know, that's what gifts are supposed to be. You know, not just... I mean, the way he probably looked at it was... I'm getting her this so that way, you know, we don't have to spend the money, like, she doesn't have to spend the money on it kind of thing, but I don't know. It's like, sure, you save the money there, and then she could go and then take that money and spend it somewhere else, but that's not exactly how it works, you know? So, anyway, I just wanted to talk about that a little bit, because I do get it. I made a joke about it during the episode, but I do get how she could be upset by that gift. And I think most people would be, right? Especially, you know, not to be like sexist or anything, but especially women, because, you know, I grew up learning that you never want to call a woman fat, you never want to ask a woman her age, you never want to ask a woman her weight, you know? Those are just all things that you don't want to ask. Now, obviously, we're in 2023, people are not as sensitive about older things, but they're sensitive about new things, you know? Both men and women. The sensitivity has kind of changed where maybe women aren't as, they don't get as mad when you ask about their age or their weight, but, you know, you ask them about their gender and it's like, oh, big flippin' deal, you know? It's just, you know, the dynamic always shifts as time passes. It's, you know, it's one thing or another. But anyway, my point being, I get it, especially giving a woman a gift like that, so, but... I feel like a man would be more upset about it, or just as upset about it, but we wouldn't really, like, say anything. Like, knowing me, I'd probably just accept the gift even if I didn't like it, and just, you know, like, I've been given some things that I don't care about, and I just either throw them away when, like, later on, when the person doesn't see it, or I stash it somewhere and just never touch it, kind of thing. But I'd never say to their face, like, you know, they went through the work of getting me a gift in the first place. I'd never say to their face, like, I don't like this gift, you know? I'm gonna return it, kind of thing. But, or if I can return it, I'd return it. You know, that's also an option that I'd try to do, but sometimes you can't always do that if you don't have the receipt, and you know, you'd have to ask the person for the receipt. Anyway, let's bring it back to the show here. But... yeah, Kim's acting this episode was, even though there wasn't a lot of lines, I felt like it was really good. I liked a lot of the scenes where it was just quiet and just her facial expressions, and you just have to try to extrapolate from there, like, what she's thinking, and through the different things she's doing, you kind of get a gist of what's being done without her actually, like, coming out and saying it, and I feel like that's a really fun way to shoot an episode. And then that bus scene, man, that almost had me in tears, like, seeing her break down like that. And that wasn't even like that was a pretty big breakdown, right? Like sometimes you get emotional and you cry and it's like you'll have like the tears flowing, but she was actually, like, you know, she had the whole, like, you know, kind of thing. I'm not an actor, I can't do that shit, but, you know, like she was even, like, I don't know, the way that she did it, it was like when you're, like, really, really upset, right? And you're like, it's also like where she was trying to hold it in too, and I think that's why she had the reaction the way she did, is because she's on the bus, she's in public, she's trying to hold it in, but then it just kind of explodes out. I felt like it was so well done. I love it. But I say I love it, but it was also extremely, extremely sad. So, But yeah, and then we move into Jimmy stealing shit. I knew it was a bad idea. See, if Jimmy would have never went there, none of this would have happened, right? If he would have just gave up on that one mark, they could have kept doing what they were doing. Granted, Marion was a little bit suspicious, right? She saw them in the shed, so if they kept doing that, if they kept meeting there, things might have went south in the long run anyway. But it wouldn't have happened this soon. And then on top of that, like, I don't know. I mean, Jimmy did break a window. That was like the falling off, right? Like, I mean, I know it was a combination of things. Like, what Jimmy did should have worked out fine if that... Granted, just them sitting behind the cab, I don't know how much they paid attention, though. Like, they were stopped there eating lunch. Like, if he would have just naturally drove away, I don't know if they would have even paid it any mind. Like, they might have watched him drive away, but they might not have done anything, right? Like, so I'm really curious about what would have happened if he just would have drove away, and then Jimmy would have just had to find another way to get out of there, right? Jimmy would have came up with something, I imagine. But yeah, I knew breaking that window was a bad idea. Because, one, like, that's the other thing. Even just going back to last episode, I talked about this a bit already in the discussion of last episode, but he broke the window, which means that guy now knows that someone broke into his place. If nothing was stolen, they at least have some kind of evidence to, like, trace back if, all the pictures of his information, his passwords and everything. If he suddenly, like, had his whole identity stolen, or whatever they do with all that information, he might be like, oh, they might have gotten all this information when my house was broken into. But the way they were doing it before with the tape over the door, they might not have any idea of when this happened, right? So, like, they were doing it smart, and then Jimmy just got greedy like he always does. It's the same thing about, you know, what we saw in the earlier part of the show with Jimmy not wanting to, like, accept jobs and stay with jobs because he wants to do his own thing, and he wants to do it in, like, the shade of gray that he likes, you know. And then we have, like, the Breaking Bad timeline where we have the option of him working with Walter or not, and he chooses to, despite what Mike says, you know. And then in this future timeline, he pushes it again. He's always pushing it. He's never happy settling with what he has, right? He always has to like push it one step too far. So we'll see what this final episode brings him. I almost want him to get caught, to be completely honest, and like serve the time that he needs to, which, I mean, at his age it might be the rest of his life, but I don't know. I don't see any other way of this ending. I mean, unless we get like another runaway scene, and then we time skip again to him like somewhere else in the world, just working at a, I don't know, well, what's that pretzel place called in malls? Something like that, you know? I don't know. But anyway, I'm excited to see the last one, and I really need to figure out what I'm doing for the final show. Or, not the final show. The next show is what I meant to say, because I need to figure out what's replacing this. Usually on my other shows I do polls for you guys to vote on, but for the Patreon shows like this one is, I don't do polls because I don't have enough people. Like, I don't want to do like a public poll and have people vote for a show that they're not going to see for a long ass time, right? Because it's specific to my Patreon until I finish it, and then I start releasing it, right? So, like, Better Call Saul, I'm going to watch one more episode of this, and then I will start releasing episode 1, you know, on, like, 1 episode a week, starting with season 1, episode 1, on my YouTube, and I'll start another show, and won't start releasing it until I finish releasing Better Call Saul, and finish recording that show, depending on which one's longer, right? So basically my point is, I don't want to make you guys vote for something that you eventually have to pay for, essentially, to get access to. And then I don't have enough patrons at the moment to do like a good poll where people will vote for a live action show for me to watch, because this is my live action show slot. So I have a few things in mind. I don't really want to say until I decide, so you guys can be surprised. And if you are watching this on YouTube, by now you will see a bunch of episodes of whatever I choose, maybe the entire show if it's a show that's shorter than Better Call Saul, on my Patreon, so you guys can check that out if you want an extra show. You should be able to see what the show is, I believe, by the title, without having to pay anything. If you go check out my Patreon, link is in the description. I think that's going to be it from me. Link should also be popping up on the screen. Thank you guys so much. Hit that subscribe button also if you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in my future reactions. Bye-bye.